it's Park Ranger Pat. It's September 2020 in California. Right now, the air quality is really crap, and the weather is about 100 plus where I live in San Jose, California. So today, instead of hiking, camping, and backpacking, I did something a little more refreshing, which is not my strong suit, but I enjoy it. That's spearfishing. So I wanted to talk about the Light in Motion Gobe 1000 wide. For anyone that's into spearfishing or scuba diving, let me know what you think of this flashlight, and also comment below on what flashlight you use. When I went to go out and prep all my gear the night before, make sure I had everything checked off and wasn't going to forget something, I tried my flashlight and noticed that it wasn't working. So I unscrewed the lid, pulled it out, and first thing I noticed was a little bit of battery acid. As I slid it out and got into the batteries, water had gotten inside, caused all kinds of corrosion. I tried to replace the batteries with new ones, seeing if that worked. It didn't. So the next morning when I was going to spearfish, I had to get a new flashlight. On my way down, I stopped at the first one. They had a very small selection, like 1 or 2 flashlights. They had the Gobe 1000 wide, and so it was more of a dive shop, not so much for spearfishing. I stopped at my favorite shop in Monterey, Bamboo Reef. They then kind of told me they had another option, but I wasn't really as intrigued. They suggested the Gobe 1000 wide, which I have here and ended up purchasing. That day I told them I needed one right away. All the ones that they actually had for sale, the batteries were low, so they let me rent out one free of charge, and then I would return it and actually pick up the one I was going to purchase and take with me. So gonna have some footage of both the rental and then the actual one I purchased as well. It has 3 power settings. The first one is 125 lumens. The second is 500, and the last one is 1000. And then to power it off, you hold. It also has an SOS mode. On full brightness, you're only getting usage for an hour and a half. On a spearfishing dive, if I'm out there for maybe 2 hours, this can be a little bit of an issue. So I will probably put it on half strength. One thing that I noticed the first time that I had it was that I definitely used all the battery when I was on full strength. So kind of one of the warning signs of the battery life isn't super great. What's cool is that you have a power indicator here. It's a small light. If it's green, it's got between 150% battery. When it blinks yellow, you're between 50 and 25, and red is 25 to 0. So it kind of tells you where you're at as far as battery life. Some other specs is that it goes up to 60 degrees, which is the wide angle, so great for underwater photography, as well as larger vision. It can go up to 120 meters deep in water, which is way more than I will ever take this. It's got an SOS or help mode as well. Regards to pricing, it came in at $160. One thing that I was a little disappointed about is when I rented it, it had a wrist strap, but when I purchased it, all it has is the wrist board. So where it would sit above my wrist and I would have my hand still for use, this time I have to go down and actually point it wherever I want to shoot or look at. So that was a little bit of a disappointment. I think the battery life is just a little bit short personally, but outside of that, I think this is a really great flashlight. It's probably about 2.5 times what I would have spent for one that has internal AA or AAA batteries. Overall, I think it's been a pretty great product, and I can't wait to continue to use this in the future. If you like the comments, if you go spearfishing or scuba diving, please comment on what light you use, whether or not you like it, and your thoughts. If you have experience scuba diving, spearfishing, and want to help a newbie out like myself, please leave a comment below with tips or suggestions. Personally, I suck at holding my breath and need to work on that. My dive times underwater are like 30 to 40 seconds max. So if you have any suggestions there, please comment below. If you like the content, please subscribe. And if you also enjoy this video, please hit the smash button. I mean the like button. Smash the like button, like the smash button.